Good morning. Let's get started. Let's begin with just feeling your feet, dropping your awareness down into your feet. And actually kind of inhabit your feet, be inside your feet, and invite your feet to just settle and sink, merging you either with the floor or the earth. If you're inside, send roots through the floor, finding their way to the heart of the earth. Now invite your pelvic floor to also sink and settle, grounding you to the earth. Invite your diaphragm to just settle, connect you and root you to the earth. Invite your collarbone to sink gently and settle, grounding you to the earth. Invite your jaw and the back of your skull to also just softly settle and sink, connecting you to the earth. Now at the bottom of your eyeballs, very gently sink and settle, grounding to the earth. And the very top of your head also, just softly settle and sink. And take slow, deep breaths into your entire body. Then exhale out. And turn your awareness deep inside your body. And so today's class will be about grounding to the earth and nourishing with the earth element. And standing with your feet just a little wider. Start shifting your weight from side to side. So the earth element, its season is actually either late summer or the transitions between seasons. And holding up your arms as if you're holding the very bottoms of a rainbow. And then playing around with, I keep getting wider, deciding that I want pretty wide stance for me. And just play with being in balance even though you're tilting from side to side. So as you tilt from the very center of your being. And then we started with grounding from our feet and our diaphragm, collarbone, and invite all those places where we can connect to the earth to continue to gently sink and gently settle as you shift your weight from side to side. It's called dancing with a rainbow. So as you hold the ends of that rainbow in your palms, and then slow it down. Today we're going to be working with the spleen and the stomach. So it's helpful to know where those rootings are. So if you do a forward fold and put your hands on the kind of outer edge of your toe, your biggest toe, and come sweeping up the inside of your foot, up the inside of your leg. I guess I'll show you. So I started there, right? Coming up. Come up the inside of your leg, and it kind of goes up and around and ends here at the end of the spleen meridian. So the spleen meridian is in partnership with the stomach meridian, which starts right under our eyes. So you can actually, let's tap this one. So tap under your eyes, kind of does a jig and a jog around, and then comes down the center of our body, and then kind of goes just to the right of the center of your legs, and then an inch or two below your knee. Find a spot that's a little bit tender. Stomach 36, 3 Mile Point. One of the most useful points. And then keep knocking your way down to your second toe. I thought it was your second toe. Go all the way down to your second toe. All right. So spleen meridian. We'll do that again. So come to the outside of your biggest toe. Come on the inside of your side of your foot. Come up your legs and around. So we'll be doing a lot of movements to stimulate that meridian. And then the stomach goes the other way. So it's in partnership. So bow to your eyes. Come down, kind of go zigging and zagging. We'll just kind of be loose about this. The meridians are kind of amazing in their pathways. Then you're going to come down, center your torso, and you're going to do a little bit of it just on the outside of the middle of your leg. Come down, side of your thigh, and then I'll come a little closer to show you on one leg. Right there. There's stomach 36. Make your way down to your second toe. All right, so with that in mind, hold the moon in your hands and just lift it up into the sky. Thinking about feeling, since you actually touched those meridians, feeling that spleen meridian as it starts on the outside of our big toe, makes its way into our torso, which we're twisting. But also feeling into the stomach meridian that goes all the way down the front of our body and the front of our legs to our second toe. And then each time maybe gazing at that moon a little farther and inhaling as you lift the moon up and exhaling down. So the earth element, when it's out of balance, the emotion can be excessive worry. So with this movement, releasing that worry and sort of connecting to the ease, being grounded to the earth. And in this movement, finding your balance, even though you're constantly moving. So finding balance with impermanence. And then slow it down. And then put your right hand right to your mirror image, right? This is just about where your spleen is, your spleen and your stomach, the two organs connected to the earth element. Have that palm facing down to the earth. Maybe even give a little rub. Now have your left hand by your ears. So take a breath in. As you exhale, push your palms apart and then switch and push. Now, Qigong is a whole body practice. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, sink and ground and settle into the earth. And then switch. And the pace of your breathing, sink into that earth, being comfortable, finding that balance, even in imbalance. And then remembering what it felt like when you grounded from all parts of your body. Pick one. I'm going to pick my diaphragm and invite my diaphragm to just settle and sink. Remembering our diaphragm is that sheet of muscle right under, kind of under our ribs. It divides the top of our torso with the bottom from the bottom. So sinking and settling. Now this time, whichever hand is low, right? So for you, it's going to be your right hand. Do a little twist toward that low hand and switch. So sink, and while sunk and settle to the earth, do a twist toward your lower hand. And one name for this is two hands support the stomach and the spleen. So this is very much a movement in support of the earth element in balance. Another name that's a little more lyrical is between heaven and earth. So let's just pause and let your top hand just connect to the inspiration of the earth. Just opening up your palms and receiving. And let your bottom hand open and receive the nourishment of the earth. Now twisting towards your lower hand. And we'll stand taller as we switch. So sink, and one part of the earth element in balance is the ability to receive nourishment. So let your upper palm open and just receive what serves you today. The heavens can give us guidance and inspiration, clear thinking. And then let your bottom hand receive all the gifts of the earth, right? And so then twisting towards your lower hand. So between heaven and earth, that's our job as humans, right? So we get this incredible honor and gift. So receiving those gifts with grace and ease. So sinking while sunk, do a little twist. Standing taller as you transition. The earth element helps us experience very smooth transitions. So as we transition to different seasons, and then for many, this time of year is a transition to a shift in what your schedule is like and what your life is like. For me, it's first day of school. So this is my first day of back in school. And so a lot of transitions. So perhaps you too have some transitions in your life as we joy between heaven and earth. And then releasing that and standing even wider, shift your weight from side to side, inviting perhaps a different part that we grounded with. I'm going to play around with my pelvic floor, which is that whole, it's a bunch of muscles. If you've ever been to a pelvic floor physical therapist, they'll bring out a model that shows you it's all these different muscles, but it creates like this bowl, and this bowl of support. So I'm going to invite my bowl of support, my pelvic floor, to just settle and sink, helping me ground to the earth. So this is move the body like a river. Now, what holds a river? What holds a river is the earth, right? So invite the earth to hold you and nourish you. To shift from side to side, shifting your weight, and then letting your head follow. And then maybe letting your arms play. And as we do this, if you remember, those two meridians, our spleen meridian, which starts at our big toe and makes its way all the way back up into our torso. And then our stomach meridian, starting at our eyes and coming down the front of our body all the way to our second toe. So we move the body to a river and then shifting over to the right side and just stretching. Making sure you see your toe past your knee. And then drop down and stretch the other way. And so this is a great movement for the spleen meridian. Also, another great movement to really settle and sink and allow the earth to nourish you. Stretching and sinking, and then folding forward and releasing your head and your neck and your shoulders. Invite the muscles in your hamstrings and your calves to just lengthen. Invite your lower back to release. And then bringing your hand and light fist on your back, come up. Whoops. I've told you before, I'm on this hill. Try that again. Forward fold and come up. Sinking into the earth, even if you're on a hill. And looking up, maybe you get to see the sky. If not, you imagine seeing that sky beyond your roof. And then come up. And then I thought of a movement that's really embodies smooth transitions and finding ease with transitions is the butterfly. So bring one foot in front, the other, and shift your weight forward. Now as you shift your weight to your back leg, cross your arms and open up, just receiving with ease the gifts of the heavens. Now swoop your arms over, glide your hips back and lift your front toe, feeling that beautiful stretch along the back of your leg. Now, here's where the fun begins. Shift your weight to your front leg. Lift your back leg and tuck it up into all those lovely spleen and stomach points. Straightening your standing leg. Bring your navel towards your spine. Start pushing your heel back as you extend your arms. And here you are, the butterfly, transitioning to a very different phase of life. Now drop your back leg back. Open up your arms. Receive from the heavens. Cross your arms and bow to the earth. And receive from the earth. Shift your weight to your front leg. Straighten your front leg as you tuck your other leg, which should be your right leg, up under, connecting to all of those lovely spleen and stomach points. Now push through your heel as you push through your arms. I'll do one more on this side. So open, and then be open to the earth. Shift your weight forward and tuck. And then emerging, transitioning to a very different phase of life as the butterfly, but with ease. And then turn into your body, tune into your body, and just notice any sensations. Maybe free flowing chi with ease. So change which leg is forward. Shift your weight forward with your palms open. Shift your weight to your back leg as you cross your arms and open to the heavens above. Cross your arms over. Let your palms face up as you lift your front toe, bowing to the earth. Shift your weight to your front leg. Tuck in your other leg up into your spleen and your stomach. Push out through your heel as you push out through your arms. And then full butterfly. So then crossing your arms, lifting your toes, lifting your palms up to the earth, letting those palms receive heavenly gifts. Shift to your front leg, tuck, and then pushing through your heel and open. And then shake it out. I'm doing all this transitions. And so the earth element, when in balance, helps us with these, helps us to receive nourishment, just like our stomach and spleen help us to receive nourishment with ease. So the healing sound for the earth element is kind of goofy. It's back in your throat. So it's like a oh, but it's like very guttural. I'll try to do it louder. Oh, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? Oh, and slow it down and float your arms up and float them down. As you float them up, let your palms again receive nourishment from the earth. So we're going to do the flying phoenix. So float up, and each time you float, actually we're going to glide our hips back as we float, including our whole body. Inviting all those parts that we grounded with. Maybe your collarbone is helping you sink and settle into the earth. So this is the beginning. We're going to do 3 of these. So let's start. So 1, sinking back, letting your palms and the bottom of your feet connect to the nourishment of the earth. So the 4th time, we're going to sink, but we're going to pull our wrists and elbows in. This signifies pulling resources into our center. Now stand taller as you push through your heels of your hands. This is establishing loving boundaries. Now drop your wrists, and that's with ease. Glide your hips back as you cross your wrists, connecting to the nourishment of the earth. Scoop it up and bring it right close. And there's actually some good stomach meridian points. And we'll just rub. Take a breath in. As you exhale, pull out any excess worry. And just release it to the earth. And then paint a rainbow of light all around. So we'll put that all together. So inhale as you glide your hips back and float your palms up as we connect to the earth with our palms and the soles of our feet. Now pull all those resources into your center. Now establish loving boundaries, but with softness. Let's do that 3 times. Pull in the resources, loving boundaries, but with ease and softness. Again, establish loving boundaries. Now gliding your hips back, just scoop up and receive the gifts of the earth. Pull them in. Just feel your warmth of your palms. Just invite with intention, nourishing. Now take a breath in. As you exhale, pull out. Now for the earth element, it would be excess worry, but maybe there's something else. Pull out worry that no longer serves you. Dump it. Paint a rainbow of light. Let's do the whole thing one more time and I'll be quiet. So and then bringing your hands to your belly, inhale and exhale. Thought we would end with breathing to the 4 directions. So as you inhale, separate your palms to the east and the west. So we'll start with east to west, standing taller and then compressing. So connecting to the east and the west and bringing that energy in for nourishment. So then bring your right hand on top. Now breathe to the north and the south and bring that in. So then we'll switch back. So breathing to the east and the west. Pull that in. Switch which hand's on top. And breathe to the north and the south. So tuning in to what's most nourishing. Perhaps a slower movement, smaller. Or perhaps it's a large. So taking a big breath in. And exhale. Changing which hand's on top. Breathing to north and to south. So at the pace of your breathing, inhale as you reach out to the east and the west. And then inhale as you reach out to the north and the south. And let's finish up with one more. Now bringing all that energy to our belly, stirring in all that nourishment, stirring in on your left side, right? So your left side is here. I might have been wrong before. Apologize. So here's your left side. There's your stomach and your spleen. Let's do one more meridian brushing. So doing a forward fold, bringing your hands on the very outer edge of your big toe. Rub and brush along the inner edge of your foot. Now come up the ankles, up your side of your body, kind of almost your collarbone and around. This is the end of it. Think spleen 21. Let's do that one more time. Starting at the outer edge of our pinky toe, coming along the inside of our foot, come up your legs and around. And then our eyes, for some reason it's a yang, so I like to tap. So underneath your eyeballs, tap down, it kind of goes around. It's kind of crazy where it does here. So then make your way down the inside of your torso. And then just on the outer edge of your center of your legs, come down. And then right a few inches below your knee, give some knocking. That's that stomach 36 3-mile point all the way down to your second toe. And then with your hands on your belly, invite your feet, dropping your awareness inside your feet. Actually inhabit your feet and invite your feet to sink and settle, grounding you and nourishing you to the inviting the nourishment of the earth as you connect to your feet to the earth. And invite your pelvic floor to also just gently settle. Inviting your pelvic floor to help you ground, connect, and receive nourishment from the earth. Invite your diaphragm to just sink and settle, grounding you. Invite your collarbone and all around your upper back to just settle. Invite your jaw all the way around to the back of your skull to settle and sink and ground. And put your awareness inside your eyeballs, and at the very bottom of your eyeballs, ever so gently, settle and sink. And then the crown of your head, very softly ground. And turn your awareness inside your body as you invite nourishment from the earth, as you connect with your whole body. And then bringing your hands up to your heart, give a rub and a bow to your head. And give gratitude for all that you have. And give gratitude for all that you are. And thank you.